India has safely protected the culture of Hindus, of Sikhs, of Muslims, of Jains, of Zoroastrians, of Buddhists, of Jews, and of Christians for as long as time.
What about
Pakistan has purged every single minority population to the point of erasure.
Is that true? Let me look this up. What percentage of Pakistan is each religion? Let's find out. Huh. The law, is it against the law to be non-Islamic in Pakistan? It's not against the law. However, there are important nuances. Blasphemy laws, Akadiyya status, social and legal challenges, public office restrictions. Okay, so you can only run for office if you're a Muslim. Okay, so all right, yep, okay, yeah, it seems like that's pretty much what's going on. All right, that's a yes in multiple words. Yeah, okay. And let's look about it in India. What percentage is each religion in India? Okay. So 14%, definitely a better ratio.
You'll need a top-notch team to
yeah,
win this
India's religious composition varies significantly by state. Well, the AI told us this is true, so it's obviously got to be true. And so get ready for, well, hey, we gotta find out what's actually going on. Population is important too. The population is important. Why would...
I will bring peace to this universe, no matter the cost.
Anyway, let's move on. Let's not even discuss that, all right?
India's claim is that it is responding to an 80-year-long history.
You know what? It's crazy how many 80-year-long history wars we have going on right now. I can think of 3 right off the top of my head.
Of terrorist insurgency?
Yeah, 80 years ago, some stupid shit must have happened.
The verdict is still out
Directly supported and executed by the Pakistani government, by the Pakistani army, and by its intelligence. Pakistan's claim is that India did a false flag and killed its own people, Hindus particularly.
So India blew up its own people so they could attack Pakistani civilians and accidentally kill a bunch of known terrorists. Okay, right. Yeah, for sure.
To start a war.
For what?
These are the same people that are just... Well, check social media if you want to find out what's true or not. And oh, by the way, look at our social media. This is a video game footage of us meeting India. Please.
It is not.
It's like, you know, they've really got to get better propagandists on this. They do. Like, these guys are amateurs. They don't even know what the hell they're doing. It's so transparently bullshit. It's not even funny.
Pakistan occupied Kashmir and India occupied Kashmir.
Yeah.
It is Pakistan occupied Kashmir and Jammu and Kashmir, which is an integral part of India since 1947, some part of which Pakistan invaded and annexed. Don't fall for this false equivalent.
Wait, what? So Pakistan annexed, wait, what? Did Pakistan annex part of Kashmir? Did this happen? Yes? Oh my god. They did first, yeah, dude. Redeemed Kashmir. Bro, they redeemed Kashmir. Oh my god. There we go. Okay, so it seems like that's happened. Alright, India has annexed Kashmir part as well. Yes, okay, that's a great, yes. Has India annexed part of Kashmir? That's actually, India controls part of it. But it, so there's, okay, so that's not, all right, well, was it annexation? Okay, so it's debated whether it's annexation, but with the Pakistan one, it's really not even debated. Okay, so maybe they did, maybe they didn't. It's hard to say. Let's call this one a wash. All right, you've got so many other examples. Why go with the one that's contentious?
We are responding in defense, and we are doing well.
It seems that way.
If you cannot support us, get out of the way. We will handle our business, and you will see us do a great thing, Miss Clinton, to the people of Pakistan.
There's still so much to do.
Get that vehicle moving again.
The pause, bro. The fucking pause. Oh my god.
We are
We do
undefeatable.
not fight against US people.
No.
Moon Knight has placed
We
an
fight against your flawed identity. The identity that you so proudly wear. An identity that rests on your desire to disturb our peaceful existence without it. We fight against repeated crimes you've supported and executed on our people, on our soil. 2008,
Still so much to
2016,
do.
2019, 2025, only in recent memory. We fight against your corrupt regime. We fight against...
How many terrorist attacks? Let's take a look here. How many terrorist
I have destroyed
attacks were made against India from Pakistan? Determining the exact number is complex. Uh-oh. Okay, so these are the ones he's probably mentioning right here. Okay. That's quite a lot. Yeah, it seems that way. Estimating the total number, the 7 high-profile ones. Okay. Right. Okay. That's a lot. Yeah, that sure seems like a lot. And all right. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. The 2008 attacks are the biggest attacks done against India by Pakistan. I guess so.
It's that regime that takes all its money and kids and places it in London and New York, so it can safely gamble with your lives for the sake of ideology.
Bless the healing.
Man.
I feel
We
better
fight
already.
against the regime that put Imran Khan in jail, and once Nawaz Sharif, and once Benazir Bhutto, and before my time many others. The one that wears a mask of democracy that both you and I can see through. That regime is our enemy, and also your enemy.
Healing power.
Give up on it. Reject it. India does not want blood. But
am at
if
your
blood
service.
is what takes to get peace, so it shall be. Reject your establishment, denounce its evil,
There.
and move
Don't turn
towards
back
peace.
now.
We started the same in 1947. And you can see,
Man, 1947, 1948. A lot of problems started then.
see the difference. 80 years since, you can see the difference.
Yep.
Move towards that.
Vehicle reached a
We
checkpoint.
do not fight
Keep
you.
up the momentum.
We fight you for the ideology and identity you so proudly wear.
I gotta say, I think a lot of the Pakistanis probably don't even want to have anything to fucking do with this, but they can't say anything about it because they're living in a state that seems to be controlled by multiple terror groups. That's really what I think is going on, right? I'm not even trying to blame Pakistan's people for this shit at all. I mean, I'm sure some of them are bad, right? Of course. But like in a general sense, I mean, fuck wrong. Well, the thing is, I'm sure there's some of them. But like, goddamn. And it's also not a democracy. Well, I don't know if it is or not. But anyway, so yeah, this is happening.
I have risen.
That's it. Don't let anything
Kick
stand in
is
your
the
way.
greatest streaming platform in the world. It's something someone absolutely loses can say. There's no doubt that Kick has a lot of problems with their platform. I mean, it's literally the home of the degenerates. Every month there's an issue with Kick. I legit made a video about Kick back in late November last year.
I'm gonna have like maybe an unpopular opinion, but I actually don't think that ruins Kick at all. Like, for example, there's a lot of like really
We
trashy,
are
degenerate content on YouTube, and I don't think it really ruins YouTube. I think the problem is that it's the only content on Kick right now, so everybody's focusing on it.
Epic victory.
And ever since then,
Because I'm a DJ. Oh, I'm the target
you
audience.
had a
Yes, true.
streamer tell a teacher to shut the F up in a college classroom.
Bro, can you shut the fuck up? Who? What? 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 better get your big ass on, boy. You
I feel like I had the Oblivion music play in my head whenever that guy got up. I don't know why, but I did.
The right
shoot your
heroes could make
ass.
all the
I'm gonna shoot
difference.
your ass. So fast.
I'm not a hero. I'm the Punisher.
Pakistan just declared victory. Pakistani Prime Minister declares victory over India. We have won. This is a victory.
This is against our principles. We have been successful in our principles, and we have done the same with the enemy. What with a very respected nation does, and this is also a success
have to be
for
a
the
witch
army,
to find the
and
magic.
the
I'm not a
whole
hero.
Pakistani
I'm the
nation
You're
has
in 30
become
seconds.
successful,
Stay
and we
strong.
have won. This is victory. This is great, and this is, we are very, very thankful.
I never want to be
This is
If I'm not joking about something, you know I'm not taking it seriously.
Won. All right. Well, Pakistan won it. You got to give it to them. It's so ridiculous. India cannot break it. Yes, this is amazing. Oh my God. And so this is another video.
The battle starts in 5.
It's still
4,
unconfirmed which
3,
side broke ceasefire
2,
first.
1.
Well, Brick said that it was, let me see if I can show you guys. They said that it was Pakistan that broke it. This is their official account right here. Pakistan violates ceasefire, launches drones against India hours after agreeing to ceasefire. So this is, I mean, I would say this is kind of a pretty big source. Yeah, this is them apparently. Is anything going to happen? This is a video. Why is Hassan not talking about this? I don't know. I'm not Hassan. I don't know.
I'm back.
3? They're
Nice,
counting
have
them.
that vehicle.
Nice ceasefire. This is a crazy ceasefire. This is...
At your service.
Jesus.
Stop
Yeah,
them.
wow, there we go, guys. Seen this? Yep, there it is. And
Man,
I don't know what to
operational
say. And never trust. Yeah, I don't know what to about your QN on question on Pakistan having nukes. China gave nuke tech to Pakistan to counter India. Pakistan gave nuke tech to North Korea. Why would China do this? What a fuck up.
They hit a checkpoint.
Why'd they have to fuck
Now might
everything
be
up,
the
man?
time to stop them.
Yeah, I don't know why would they do this shit, man? And if they say they won, maybe they'll de-escalate now. I mean, I do hope. So you bring up a really good point. I like what you're saying. That maybe they're saying that they won so they can stop doing this and back off of it with a degree of grace. And like, okay, yeah, guys, we won. Now we can stop, right? Now, this is, by the way, completely wishful thinking. But it's possible, right? I love how also, this is what I think is so fucking funny with Americans, is that Americans are celebrating the ceasefire falling apart because Donald Trump took ownership of it. As if, like, thousands of people in India and Pakistan might die because of this, but just because it owns Donald Trump, somehow this is a good thing. Oh, Jesus Christ. Books, Formula One, barbecue, and taco enthusiast. What a fucking retard. Jesus Christ. And where's this Pakistan conference? Talks about some India clans, goes into a lot of details in English. You want to watch it? No, you typed that the first time I saw it.
Disappear!
And that's so stupid. Yeah, it's so obnoxious, bro. New drone attacks were reported over India just hours after ceasefire agreement. This is another video of it right here.
Yes, please.
There we go.
Chance to stop them.
This is the ceasefire right here. This is, as you can see, they're ceasing to actually do this now. Yeah, this doesn't look like a ceasefire to me. You know, those red lightsabers going through the air, not necessarily so good. ceasing the ceasefire. Yes, they ceased the ceasefire. There you go. And wow. Maybe it's just fireworks? Yeah, those are their Star Wars fireworks. That's what's going on here. And so it seems like that's pretty much what's going on here. And Pakistan's launched suicide drones against targets in the Jammu area of India, breaking the fresh ceasefire. After Trump and Rubio claimed they mediated the ceasefire, India's foreign ministry contradicted them, saying the ceasefire was arranged directly between the two countries. They lie about everything. Well, somebody fucked up then. And Pakistan has no more air defenses. India blew through them all. Oh boy. And wow, here's just find Pakistan ceasefire violations. Okay, this is them talking about it. Uh-oh.
Put a spring in my step.
To us, they have been repeated violations of the understanding arrived at earlier this evening between the Director General of Military Operations of India and Pakistan.
Yeah.
This is a breach of the understanding arrived at earlier today.
Yeah.
The armed forces are giving an adequate and appropriate response to these violations.
Don't give them
We take
another
very, very
inch,
serious
or else.
notice of these violations. We call upon Pakistan to take appropriate steps to address these violations and deal with the situation with seriousness and responsibility.
They announced they won.
Maintaining a strong vigil on the situation. They have been given instructions to deal strongly with any instances of a repetition of the violations of the borders along the international border as well as the line of control. Thank you.
Well, there you go.
And we have won. This is victory. This is great. And this is, we are very, very thankful. This
All right.
Pick
Well,
your hero.
there we go, guys.
Or villain. I'm not judging.
I don't know what to say. I really don't. Oh my God. I've really got to show you guys this again. This is the Pakistan, because I didn't believe this.
I'm the Punisher.
I did not believe this was real. I've been hoodwinked by like social media stuff many times. And this is again the government of Pakistan account. You can see that it has the gray thing, which means that it is a government official account. You can see that this is the official Twitter account of the Pakistan government. Your very first stop for the latest policy announcement, information, news on Pakistan. And they tweeted out, this is that account, tweeted out, this is from a video game.
Strange allies this war has brought together.
Literally from a video game.
Someone should have stopped.
Like, we have moved from, like, apparently, because, like, maybe they thought that, you know, oh, well, they're going to be able to cross-reference the Ukraine stuff pretty easy. We've got to be a little bit more creative. Well, let's make one up in a video game, right? Yeah, there it is. Yeah, these guys, bro, they've got the fucking, they've got the defense ministry playing War Thunder to try to capture footage so they could say it was India. It's insane. It's an AI-made video. I don't even know if it is. They say it's Arma 3. And bro, check Pakistan science books. I don't know what account is this? This is the official government of Pakistan account, in fact. Yes, that's correct. And pull up the Hassan clip. I don't know about the Hassan clip in Arma 3. I don't know what game it is. People say it's Arma 3. It's from a video game, and this is the original post right here. Why is, and this is the question, why is an official account of government of Pakistan sharing an Arma 3 simulation video? I mean, that's a good question.
Now
To be fair, I mean, I would wonder the same thing. That's a great question. And, wow. And I don't even know what to say. As for science, trying to get Pakistan the nukes to deter India after a while, Pakistan, their own science, is a blasphemy? I don't know. And didn't that clip also go viral on Reddit a few months ago? Yeah, it did. It did. And that's the worst part about this, is because you remember this clip going viral about it being Ukraine and Russia? Because I distinctly remember this happening. This is like very, very recently. This exact clip went viral. And maybe that's where they got the idea. They said, oh yeah, well, can we use that one clip of like, you know, how they're like shooting? Because you know how we said we shot down those jets? Well, what about that one clip of like that jet getting shot? Well, why don't we put that in there? Yeah, put that, that's the Ghost of Kiev. Yeah, bro, That's the candy man right there. He's in the cockpit.
Enemy tag.
Spotted another joke.
The American people look the other way while you disappear undesirables, knuckle under the elites, ban all 7 trans athletes, NCAA fencing. You know, all the people that hold this back. You, in turn, make shit work. You want to ignore the Supreme Court and all the other courts and take away people's licenses to broadcast? Fine. But when the planes go up,
Control lost.
I'm not on fire. You don't even have to have them be on. You can take over Greenland, demonize Canada, dominate the golfing pro circuit, but in return, our children should be somewhat safe from most Victorian era diseases. We love our children. We love them. We love our children, especially the risen. You want to destroy NPR and PBS, Voice of America, sell the naming rights to the Washington Monument to hymns.com, use the R word, P word,
I am ready to put on a show.
Have the United States Naval Academy remove Maya Angelou from its bookshelves, but for some reason keep Mein Kampf, which is a real f***ing thing that they did, we'll be fine. We weren't that crazy about this system of government in the first place. But you keep f***ing this up.
Right
Some
is
of these
right.
lawyers and universities,
Wrong is wrong.
corporate leaders, are going to start to think about suggesting, respectfully, to each other in a very tightly controlled text chat
30 seconds before
that
you
someone
attack.
should reach out to
Get
someone
ready.
who knows someone in your administration to express mild dissatisfaction.
When I see someone with powers like yours,
Because
I think,
injustice
wow.
anywhere
I mean,
is
how
not
can I
something
compare?
we mostly think
No,
of.
don't compare.
And remember,
you just
you don't have that much time to get it right. Because it's not like your vice authoritarian Butterfingers is inspiring any confidence.
Look at the size of that trophy next to
The
JD
battle
Vance.
starts
I
in
know.
5,
Those are some
4,
big young
3,
gentlemen and a big
2,
trophy as well.
1.
Big dudes, yeah. Oh, and it looks like a
Capture the
trophy.
mission area.
That's
Got it?
unfortunate.
Oopsie! Administrative error.
Hunkeringly down. Our adversaries gather. There's somebody who needs a bullet. My favorite time!
Doesn't feel right here.
Judge, jury, executioner!
It's officially been
This is
100
not
days
over.
of Donald Trump. I'm so tired. It's aging this nation in Tom Hanks' Castaway years. But it is the Daily Show. I'm Jon Stewart. Tonight we're kicking off a week-long coverage. Donald Trump's first 100.
Your team's capture progress has passed the halfway point.
Let's call them days. Let's get into it.
This is real Judge, jury,
A little disturbance.
I re-upped.
I was kidding! Energy! Imagine me with a white beard. But yes, tomorrow is officially the 100th day of
Heavy
Donald Trump's
weapons.
second
I'm
first
rough.
term, and you will be very pleased to hear it is going incredibly well.
the most successful 100 days in the history of our country.
Suck it, Jefferson! Suck it, Lincoln! Suck it, Roosevelt Square! Trump's first 100 days, the most successful in American history. It would be like if America landed on the moon and killed Bin Laden in the same mission. Thought you could hide on the moon, Bin Laden? Get him, boys!
He captured more than half of the mission area.
Did you know
Keep
people
going.
make that noise when they move on the moon? According to Trump, the most successful 100 days in the history of our country.
Chaos and confusion from Wall Street to Washington.
More than $6 trillion in market losses, consumer confidence plummeting.
Outrage over Musk and his Department of Government Efficiency.
The showdown has legal scholars afraid that this might actually be a constitutional crisis.
Firestorm over the national security breach.
The Russia-Ukraine war raging on. Just 39% of Americans approve of the way Trump is doing his job. Lower than any past president at the 100-day mark.
He has the lowest approval rating of any president in the past 80 years. Suck it, Herbert!
I am ready to put on a show!
Donald Trump's ratings are 11 points underwater! He doesn't care. He's not afraid of being underwater because he's equipped with a flotation unit protective accessory, or
Another epic victory!
there's a football. Look it up. Look up what a football. I had to be told that. But I hate to break the bad news to Donald Trump. His lowered approval rating triggers the Chuck Schumer fight instinct. You remember.
We're going to keep at it until he goes below 40.
Yes! He's below 40 now. You've got him right where you want him. Finish him, Schumer. Trump is going after free speech at universities. How will you destroy Trump now that he's below 40%?
So we sent him a very strong letter just the other day, asking 8 very strong questions.
Question 1. Why is this university different from all other universities? Wait, that's the wrong book. Hold on. So while we wait for those strongly worded questions to work their magic, let's take a look at why so many people might be unhappy with Trump's performance. It might have something to do with the gap between what Trump promised and what he's delivered. For instance, the economy.
America is going to be very rich again, and it's going to happen very quickly. I think our economy is going to roar. I think our stock market's going to be great.
When I win the election, we will immediately begin a brand new Trump economic boom. It'll be a boom.
Who am I going to banish from this match?
Unfortunately, I do think it's pretty clear that on the economy, Donald Trump did make a boom boom. A little boom boom and blue pad. Oh, did Trump go boom boom? Perhaps Trump feels so positive because while the economy is headed south for most people, there have been some winners.
Donald Trump's net worth more than doubling. President Trump's meme coin worth about $2.5 billion.
Law firms committing about $1 billion worth of free legal work for the administration.
X reached a $10 million settlement with Donald Trump.
ABC having to agree to give $15 million to President Trump's library.
Meta's giving $25 million.
Amazon, Jeff Bezos is paying $40 million to license a documentary about Melania Trump.
Free market.
You'll need a top-notch team to win this one.
No, the guy's making billions and billions of dollars. But seriously, $40 million for a documentary about Melania Trump. No offense, I'm sure she's a very interesting person. But PBS made the entirety of the Ken Burns Civil War series for $3.5 million. Showa was $3 million. I think, obviously, they wanted 4, but they still got a good price. The entirety of the Planet Earth series, 11 episodes, was less than that. $25 million. And you know Melania is a mysterious and private woman, but I guarantee you don't have to wait outside her house for weeks at a time, hoping to catch a rare nocturnal feeding on a striped South American toad. 40 million? So Trump is personally doing great in this economy.
Make it worth your while, Bucky.
What about immigration? He made a lot of promises there, too.
We are going to start the largest mass deportation in the history of our country, and we are going to start with violent criminals. We're going to get people out that are criminals and horrible people. Hannibal Lecter is coming in, lots of them.
Lots of them? So many of them. It's like that Timothy Chalamet look-alike event. But for Hannibal Lecters. By the way, would massing a bunch of Hannibal Lecters around the border be a solution for immigration? There was a line here yesterday. Now it's just shoes and empty Chianti bottles. I don't... So are we taking out the Lecters? The worst of the worst?
Last week's deportations included 3 American children, all U.S. citizens. One of them is battling cancer.
What? That's who we're deporting? A kid with cancer? Trump really doesn't understand how the Make-A-Wish Foundation works. The cancer kid is supposed to get the win.
This is real firepower!
Much better. The audience will go with you on a lot. But there are certain moments where I feel their physical pain. So that's not working out. What about religion?
We ought to bring religion back into our country and let it get stronger and bigger and better, as I say.
Yes. Christianity, bigger, longer, uncut.
We are undefeatable!
The moon!
Jim Vance was one of the last people to see Pope Francis alive, having a meeting with him the day before he died.
J.D. Vance, don't you understand how Make-A-Wish works?
Judge, jury, executioner!
And Vance, what did you do to this man?
So easily.
This Pope had literally touched lepers. He drank sewage water in the slums and survived.
Much better.
10 minutes talking with J.D. Vance. And the Pope is like, God, check please. God, I can't do it.
This is real firepower!
Get me out. I've been celibate 88 years. This is the longest 10 minutes of my life. Even areas that Trump promised slam-dunk progress have abjectly failed.
I will settle the war in Ukraine.
I will have that war settled in one day, 24 hours.
I will get it settled before I even become president. If I win, when I'm president-elect, and what I'll do is I'll speak to one, I'll speak to the other.
Why are you giving away the secret plan? That's the kind of top secret classified strategy you only divulge on secret approaching. I'll talk to one, I'll talk to the other. But clearly, Wade. Clearly. 24 hours has passed, and no end. So what happened?
President Trump now claiming he was exaggerating with his campaign promises to end the war in Ukraine on day 1.
The president said, obviously people know that when I said that, it was said in jest.
Protection. Extra shielding. Yes, please.
I'm going to end the war in Ukraine on day 1.
I feel like myself again.
Is this thing on?
This is real firepower!
I'm a little shocked Trump couldn't get it done, given his Solomon-like
Disappear!
Putin would maintain control of the territory he's taken since invading more than 3 years ago.
Judge! Jury!
guarantees to Ukraine. Let me just try and absorb the specifics of it. I'm just trying. Russia, who invaded a sovereign nation, gets everything that they wanted, and in return, Ukraine gets to give it to them. I'm obviously not a master negotiator, but I think I could have delivered that plan. Here's the kicker. After saying to Russia, well, what if we divide it where you get everything? Putin just kept bombing. And Trump is now reduced from the world's greatest negotiator to...
President Trump called on Russia to stop missile strikes on Ukraine and made a rare personal rebuke of Putin, saying, Vladimir, stop.
I don't think that's the welcoming committee. You need not fear. I'll take a shield, sure.
The commander-in-chief of the world's most powerful army, with the nuclear briefcase on one side, the direct threat of Moscow on the other, decides the best way to demonstrate the series in which he took this Swedish bombing was to open off-brand Twitter and all caps. And you'd be surprised to know that stop didn't work. Because Vladimir Putin is not a golden doodle.
Is a mutant's greatest gift.
He is apparently a furry. But maybe it's not fair to judge Trump's negotiating skills based on his uniform. He didn't start that. We all know Ukraine did by wearing that province. You knew what you were doing, Ukraine, when you sashayed your pretty little Donbass all around the Black Sea.
You shall not be.
The real measure of Trump's first 100 days is the shrewdness he showed in the war he did start.
My fellow Americans, this is Liberation Day.
Liberation Day! It was a devastating sneak attack launched from the Rose Garden. Fortunately, the country he snuck up on was ours.
Terrorist chaos and markets in free fall.
Everybody kind of off guard, flat from Wall Street and elsewhere.
Major retailers like Target and Walmart have warned shelves could go empty in a matter of weeks.
The bond market melting down overnight.
There's now a 60% chance of a worldwide recession.
There's chaos, there's uncertainty, no one knows what's going on.
Apparently, plunging our nation into this dark economic risk is a
significant mess.
Well, in danger is called strategic uncertainty. So you're not going to tell the person on the other side of the negotiation where you're going to end up.
Right. But I'm pretty sure in game theory, you are supposed to tell the person on your side. On your side, where they're going to end up, so they don't freak the fuck out. Or maybe it's all bullshit. And Trump wants to trade war without any of the pre-planning and preparation that needed to be done. And Besson has to go along with it because he's in the service of an impulsive man-baby that you have to lie to so he doesn't turn his bios of vindictiveness onto you. How did you not know that other countries find it
China's retaliation now includes suspending exports of rare earth minerals and magnets to the United States. Those materials are essential to a number of American industries, including car makers, aerospace manufacturers, and semiconductor producers.
China controls the refinement, the production of about 90% of the world's rare earth metals.
By the eye of
a magnet issue. The materials for the magnets for the robots come from China.
Oh my God,
Time to switch things up, including which side you're on.
How holding up children's drawings on refrigerators.
The right heroes can make all the difference.
And we could have stockpiled magnets and rare earth materials like Japan did in a spat with China. But why bother preparing for a war that you yourself are launching? And really, how important are magnets anyway?
Now, all I know about magnets is this. Give me a glass of water. Let me drop it on the magnets. That's the end of the magnets.
So we have the end of the magnets, the beginning of the magnets. Does it really matter? And we're in this position because we've been sold this idea of Trump as the master, the art of the deal. Only he can bring these nations to heel. It is all bullshit.
I'm telling you, these countries are calling us up, kissing my ass.
Trump told Time magazine that talks were underway and that Chinese President Xi Jinping had called him. China has shot back repeatedly, saying no, they are not talking.
The president said, I've made 200 deals. Time, you've made 200 deals? Trump, 100%.
100%? Bullshit. Here's how you know.
3,
200
2,
deals?
1.
There's only like 180 countries. Unless he's making a deal.
Just as I forged the nation.
Unless he's making a deal with Trinidad and Tobago separately. All right, Turks, you're settled. No, that's Caicos, not so bad. Back to the line, Caicos. Trump is not only not the best negotiator, he's maybe the worst negotiator. And it makes sense when you listen to him talking about how he thinks of our economic negotiations.
The president said this, I own the store and I set the prices. And I'll say, if you want to shop here, this is what you have to pay.
If you think of us as a big, beautiful department store before that business was destroyed by the internet.
Right! Why in God's name would you use a brick-and-mortar department store for your metaphor on our economic revitalization? I think it's
This is real firepower!
I, the president, puts the CDs on the rack and I price them. If you want to listen to Bloodhound Gang, where else are you going to go? There's nowhere else to go. Or maybe that's just how it happens. The American president sets the prices and decides who's allowed to come into the store. And then other nations come back in 6 months and the whole country is a spirit hollow. What is he doing? But his negotiating skills aren't the real danger. What's going to fuck us up is his obsession with the concept of the leverage that he has.
We have all the leverage if you know what you're doing. Using my leverage, and it's a tremendous leverage, and I used it before very well.
You don't have the leverage! That's the key misunderstanding here. Trump is so arrogant. He thinks the leverage is his. It's ours. We the people. And it took us 200 to have more leverage. Why would you even think it is? It took the people 250 years of striving to live up to a constitutional republic.
We are
Painstaking equity that you are squandering. That is the cost of American exceptionalism. You just want to make us great. That's a downgrade. Our brand is not strategic uncertainty. And you are not the keeper of our pot of gold. You are a temporary leprechaun. And the more
this is real firepower!
Just embrace the light. Only 60 seconds left.
The more enamored President Trump you are with your authoritarian whims, the more that you turn our shining city on a hill into just another ordinary, despot-led, sea-level shithole. So if I could just put this in negotiating terms you can understand, all caps,
Down to 30 seconds.
Donald!
We are undefeatable!
great show for you tonight. Rob Emanuel will be joining me later to remind me.
Keep fighting until we have a winner.
He'll be out here.
They hit checkpoint. Now might be a good time to stop them.
Reminding me just which one of the three brothers he is again. I don't know. Is he the one that owns UFC? Does it matter at this point? But that is later.
Better stop
First,
that
as you
vehicle.
know, our economy.
Judge, jury, executioner!
Our economy is in the midst of a beautiful metamorphosis.
You're welcome.
Turning from a simple caterpillar into a dead caterpillar. So let's get into it with another exciting installment of Trade Wars. I remember when Donald Trump was re-elected, Wall Street was excited about deregulation, tax cuts, and the fact that you could once again call it
One top banker told the paper that he feels liberated because now he can use offensive slurs like the R word and the P word without fear of getting canceled at work.
The R word and the P word? Well, I can tell you today that that top banker is definitely using both of those words.
What a curious place.
Perhaps even adding motherfucker right now.
The market meltdown for the third straight day. Global markets are sinking.
Markets across Asia, Europe, and Australia plunging.
At one point this morning, the Dow sinking almost 1,600 points.
The markets lost more than $6.5 trillion in value.
This is an economic Armageddon.
This is real firepower! Judge, jury, executioner!
Where's the Hawaiian shirt to the economic Armageddon? What are we doing here? Would they pull you in from the pool? Make a little... You the Financial Channel's Rodney Dangerfield? I told my wife about the stock plunge. She said, "Oh, I thought you guys would never go down there." Haven't done that in a while. This turmoil could have lasting effects on the country's economy, on everyday Americans, and most worryingly, the stock portfolio just opened at the top.
Only 60
Mr.
seconds
President,
left.
now is time.
Disappear!
Donald Trump put this out on social media. Don't be weak, don't be stupid, don't be a panican, which he has termed a new party based on weak and stupid people.
This is real firepower!
Dr. Strange is down to 30
The
seconds.
genius who gave us
We
classics
are
like
undefeatable!
and crooked Hillary just shit out Europanicam? How about hysterocrats?
I'm opening a portal.
Rapusicans? How about Scientologists?
The
Did the overseas factory you've been sourcing
Judge, jury,
shut down during that?
executioner!
So we're going to try this again, Mr. President. Can you ease the fears of this nation?
The Sorcerer Supreme
President Trump
leaves
holding
once
firm,
more.
posting on Truth Social, only the weak will
The
fail.
current score is 3-2-3. Time to switch things up, including
Your
which
economic
side
policy
you're on.
has the same tagline
Open your
as season
eyes.
3 of Squid
Reality
Game.
is but an illusion.
You'll need a
It's
top-notch
supposed to
team
make
to
us
win
feel
this
better.
No
Only the
timeline
rich shall
exists
die
where
in our
Magneto
economy.
lives.
By the way, in case you didn't get the point that he doesn't give a f. He spent the weekend showing, not telling. he played not a round of golf this weekend, a tournament of golf. A 3-day tournament. He 812 holes of golf with his Live Golf Saudi benefactors. And in case you're wondering about the venerated journalists who are now allowed to be in the press pool, this was literally the first question he was asked on Air Force One in the middle of a financial meltdown.
30 seconds before you attack. Get ready.
Very good. Because I won. It's good to win.
Tony Stark.
You heard I won.
I'm totally better.
You hear I won?
Oh, same here. We can talk about that something.
Because I won. You heard I won. You heard I won. I won. You heard I won. I won. Mom, I won.
The battle starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I won the tournament, Mom.
Only 60 seconds
I'm
left.
a good boy. I know the stock market is not the totality of the economy, but trying to reflect the election. Very concerned about these numbers.
If Harris wins this election, the result will be a Kamala economic crash, a 1929-style depression.
And anything she can do, I can do better. I can do it on my own. I want Mom. Hey, Mom. Hey, Mom, look. Hey, Mom, look. No economy. Please help me. And it didn't have to happen. Trump had so many options to shake the world economy than the one he thought was fair. He could have proposed some incentives to bring back manufacturing. He could have incented the sector, nation to nation, and
The moon!
but he had to go the full force.
We are undefeatable.
Judge, jury, executioner!
Before they asked ChatGPT what it was. But for those of us who believe that an economic crisis is a crisis, such people have answered.
This is real firepower!
Everything's gonna be okay.
I would not worry at all.
The Dow's actually in the same place it was in August.
Do me a favor, don't look at your stock portfolio.
You know what? I don't really care about my 401k.
Be wary. No timeline exists where Magneto yields.
The right heroes could make all the difference.
Live, laugh, love. That's what I always say. You know what I say, don't you? It's 401k somewhere. And when did the right become so chill? Aren't you the Bud Lights turning my kids trans, folks? But economic meltdown and you're getting all philosophical?
Losing money costs you nothing. This is just the reality of life. You're gonna, like, were you young and dumb? How much money did you lose? Everyone loses money. Everyone
We'll be
loses
coming in 30
It costs you nothing.
Stay strong.
Except money. Losing money costs you money. Definition of losing money. And I know you go, well, it's going to be worth it to get the character of the country that we want back again. But we have no fucking idea if that's actually what's going to happen. You're all acting like the tariff regime is a tried and true remedy. Oh, of course, this is the medicine that's always prescribed. Except the last time it was tried 100 years ago, we had a Great Depression. So how does this work?
It's just a big game of economic operations. He's sticking things in, trying to take out tariffs.
It's like, you know, when you're my age, you gotta get a colonoscopy. You need a full colonic, like, to feel better. You know what I mean?
Rat poison can kill somebody in the wrong dosages, but in the right dosages, that can be very healthy for the patient.
3, 2, 4.
So everyone relax. This is merely a routine rat poison colonoscopy. By the way, what's the right dosage of rat poison? Oh, if you get enough of it, hey, your headache will be gone. And by the way, I mean, it's slightly off topic, but the colonoscopy guy, his name is John Tobacco. That's a witness protection thing, isn't it? Yeah. So here's how it's gonna go. Your new name is John Tobacco. Say it back to me, John Tobacco. Your name is John Tobacco. Say it back to me, John Tobacco. Your new profession is you do anus metaphors on Newsmax. Your name is John Tobacco. You do anus metaphors. Say it back to me. Say it back to me. By the way,
which hero do you think you want to be today?
if Trump wants us to stay the course with his radical plan, you might want to think of a strategy that inspires our confidence, that you all know what you're doing. Like for instance, these tariffs. Is this a negotiation?
Who am I gonna
The president
banish
made
for
it clear
this match?
yesterday this is not a negotiation.
Let me make this very clear. This is not a negotiation. This is not that. This is a national emergency.
Okay, it's a national emergency. It's not a negotiation. Well, I don't agree, but at least I have some clarity now.
The tariffs give us great power to negotiate. Always have.
Too much rat poison. So what is this a negotiation or is this permanent?
They can both be true. There can be permanent tariffs, and there can also be negotiations.
How much White Lotus did you people watch?
The right heroes could make all the difference.
What is permanence in this negotiated life we live? If a pina colada.
Timeline exists where Magneto.
Forget about if they're permanent or not permanent. What are we doing? How will this bring jobs back? What are these jobs? Commerce Secretary Lutnick.
Trillions of dollars of factories are going to be built in America. The army of millions and millions of human beings screwing in little screws to make iPhones. That kind of thing is going to come to America.
Safe haven for all
You'll be coming in 30 seconds. Stay strong.
have made it a reality.
This is also that millions of Americans can develop the dexterity. I can't even get the lint out of the charging area on my phone. Now I gotta
This whole area is completely destroyed. The battle starts in
Those
5,
are the jobs?
4,
That kind of
3,
thing is going to come
2,
to America. It's
1.
going to be automated, and great
You have to stop
Americans,
them
the
from
trade
securing the
craft of
mission area.
America, is going to fix them. Mechanics fixing robots. That's what's coming to America.
We shall not.
So it's not the screws. We're going to be robot mechanics. The robots do the screwing, and we're just there to make sure the robots are lubed and ready to screw. That is the American Renaissance. We are robot fluffers. We are waiting. This is all. So if I'm an American manufacturer, how long do these onerous tariffs have to stay in place to convince me to build my army of automated screw and robot mechanics?
They're definitely going to stay in place for days and weeks.
John Stewart, popular robot mechanics. I've never built a fully automated robot factory before, but City Duck. These days and weeks. Enough time. Or too much. Feels like it would take a month. Want something even more underwhelming? Here's the Treasury Secretary on if we've heard the good news on the stock collapse.
One thing that I can tell you as the Treasury Secretary, what I've been very impressed with is the market infrastructure, that we had record volume on Friday, and everything is working very smoothly, so the American people can be very, take great comfort in that.
Twice if you want to be saved. I was very impressed that in I was very impressed by the way that the Titanic just slid into the water. Almost like it was taking a bath. Just dipping a toe. Those drowning should take great comfort in the lack of backsplash. But their best argument so far for any of this is the same one that we got about Tinkerbell being able to fly.
Don't panic, okay? You've got a president who understands business.
I am grateful for a commander-in-chief that has the business acumen.
Luckily, we have a businessman in the White House right now.
The president did write the book, The Art of the Deal.
Trump is a master negotiator, and he does know the art of the deal.
We're supposed to trust this guy because he wrote The Art of the Deal. You ever say, I got the book, Art of the Deal? Yeah, that's why we're supposed to trust him. You ever look at Chapter 9 in Art of the Deal? It's about how smart Trump is about his casino in Atlantic City. Yeah, Chapter 9. I built a casino in Atlantic City. I'm a business genius. What's happened to the casino, Donald? Fantastic! Trust me! You make a big announcement, but your reciprocal tariff formula was just the trade deficit divided by imports equation. And when you got busted on that, you threw out this ridiculous calculus problem that's just shapes. That it boils down to the trade deficit divided by imports, which is the formula that got the rich country of Lesotho hit with 50% tariffs. Lesotho. No, your free ride's over, you denim-making fat cats. But we continue to blame everybody else in the world that we designed and policed after World War II. We're the richest country in the world. Ever. We're not the world's victims. If we have inequalities in this country, that's on us. It's not a supply problem. It's not unfair trade for the most part. It's an investment and
Behold the God of Thunder!
And I'm not saying we can't make adjustments and renegotiate things, but it didn't have to be this reckless. We killed the hostage and then went, so, ransom?
Some of the biggest stock market declines since the Great Depression.
The worst 3 consecutive sessions since 1987.
Even worse than it was during the 2008 financial crisis.
Their worst day since June 2020 during the COVID pandemic.
Financial destruction not seen since the pandemic. And this time, there's no controversy over how it all started. There's no wet mark. You, Trump, released the contagion. It's and it's right out in the open. This is researchers at the Wuhan Institute of Virology walked out to the Great Wall with a Tupperware. It's exciting announcement. we got a fantastic show for tonight. We're going to do our program later on in the program. We're going to be talking to comedian, writer, director, auteur, Mo Hammer.
Holds the God of Thunder! Again!
Let's talk about it.
I am straight for battle.
Again!
President Trump. When Trump ran for president, he had an urgent message about the state of our country.
Our country is being lost. We're a failing nation. We are a nation in decline. We have to fight for our country, and we have to fight like we've never fought before. It's like we're a giant garbage can.
Only 60 seconds left.
How dare you? If anything, America is a recycling bin.
Good medicine.
Useless and made almost entirely of plastic. But that's it. We have to fight to save our country. And now Daddy's home. He's about to take out the trash. And 2 weeks into the Trump presidency, we have a better sense of the evil and powerful forces that have been dragging our once great nation into decline.
The Trump administration removed transgender references from federal government websites. It now reads LGB instead of LGBT.
They have no idea the damage T was doing to our nation. Consonants! Because I think you'll agree with me, there is no T in USA.
This is real!
If you spell it out, obviously, that becomes an issue.
Again!
And if you want a BLT for like, you shall not be harmed, things can get ugly. But nothing will stop America's low T, but no T. What other changes are making us great again?
The Trump administration ordering all gender ideology references be removed, including pronouns and email signatures.
Switch things up, including which side you're on.
Consonants and pronouns.
Be wary.
Your
no
next preposition
exists where Magneto yields.
No more pronouns and email
top-notch
signatures.
team to win
Good
this
luck
one.
signing your emails now, President Xi. Or should I say President him? Those are just the actions that this president has taken to prove that he's still kind of a dick.
I fought for mutant
But believe me,
future.
he hasn't
Our
taken
time
his
has
eye
finally
off
arrived.
America's true nation-state enemies.
President Trump is reiterating his threat to, quote, take back the Panama
30
Canal.
seconds before you
Suggesting
attack.
he could
Get
use
ready.
military force to take Greenland.
President Trump had a fiery phone call with Denmark's prime minister, putting the NATO ally in crisis mode.
Denmark, Panama, Greenland, the axis of, where are those?
Wait.
Now, lest you think that pronouns and Panama
battle starts
were the
in
twin
5,
forces shackling
4,
America to
3,
a prison of national
2,
decay,
1.
there are also more powerful
All you need
forces
to
at
do is
play in
capture
this
the mission
dangerous
area.
world.
Got it?
Some of them closer than what we might have ever imagined.
The new era of trade wars. Trump says tariffs are coming on Canada and Mexico and even the European Union.
The EU, Canada, do we have any problems? I mean, that's all I get. Trump's been hating Mexico pretty much since the escalator. That's the truth. Canada and Canada, we're picking a fight. Our most reliable and pleasant friend, the labradoodle of allies. But I guess that's Trump tough. You know what I mean? You gotta walk into the prison yard. Walk right up to the one guy who really doesn't seem to be a problem at all. And just, yeah! Take that, best friend! Who has willingly signed up to fight in every ridiculous war we've ever gotten into. Let's not be a lesson to the rest of the world.
This is
We
real
are
firepower.
A terrible friend. Denmark, Panama, and Canada.
You are under my protection.
We should fight the Nazis. The James Hall of Nations.
Again!
I know. Is that what we're doing? No offense.
Greenberg is a
I know
mutant's
China's out
greatest
there, but
gift.
Panama's a legitimate fight. In fact, I'm going to call everyone out in FIFA's CONCACAF division. Yeah! Oh, Trinidad and Tobago, you got a gang up.
Fantastic!
That honestly, I can't believe that was a CONCACAF joke. Soccer is back, baby. Look at me getting all serious.
Disappear!
Now, he did explain to me why we're down.
I looked at some of the deals made. I say, who the hell made these deals are so bad?
So bad. The trade deals are so bad. Just look at this thing. Who made it? Ladies and gentlemen, don't get ahead of me. Ladies and gentlemen, for your dining and dancing pleasure, come with me into the Wayback Machine to 2018. I give you the culprit of the terrible deal with Canada.
This morning, President Trump signed a new trade deal to replace NAFTA with the leaders of Mexico and Canada.
The best trade deal they say ever made.
It seems we
A deal done by Trump's greatest nemesis.
behind us.
Trump. Now, hold on. For President Trump, this trade war has not Canada, not Mexico.
My resistance
Democratic minority Senate, neither. Release the shooter!
This is real firepower!
Most of it, Corona here, comes from Mexico. It's going to affect your guac. Because what is guacamole made of? Avocado.
Armed and dangerous!
Your response to the trade war is to tell us guacamole is made of avocados? Is that what? When the people find out their precious Super Bowl dip is comprised of mainly avocado, also tomatoes, sometimes onions. It's a bit much for me, obviously, with the stiltus and excuse me.
I'm just dying.
Democrat. Can you please stop trotting Schumer out there? Every time Trump traverses into the unreal, he's not good at this. You're welcome. What is the decision-making process here? Hey, who should we get out there to effectively battle one of the most savvy presidential media manipulators in history? I don't know. How about Schumer? He's uninteresting, but at least he's monotone. Oh, wait. And Chuck, before you go out there, you look too young. Put on these readers and lower them on your nose. Perfect. My way.
Disappear!
This is real firepower!
Kidding, of course, by the way. We have a couple of Canadians here from Montreal, and I don't want to accept it because I'm going to need an apology.
Fantastic!
Before we get rattled by by Trump's 2 to 2.5 front trade war. Please understand, Mexico has already today received a 30-day stay on tariffs by promising executioner to stop the inflow of guns. So, self-invented crisis averted. But what can Canada do? I'm sure there's an equally performative gesture Canada can make.
Well, I'd like to see Canada become our 51st state.
Mexico, you just sent a few troops to the border. But Canada, if you could, I don't know, cease to exist as an independent entity. But then Mexico, no, there's only 51 states. There's no 50 seconds. I'm sorry. Hold on one second. Washington, D.C. Yeah, go.
The current score is 3.
What's up, Puerto Rico?
2,
No, it's Canada.
3.
I think you know why.
Time to
Canada.
switch things up, including which side you're on.
Of course, by the way, since we even were writing the show at like 4 p.m., Trump has already said now he's going to pause the tariff war with Canada as well because... Of course, it makes sense to wrap up the trade war right now so that we as a country can focus on the biggest thing that's weakening our great nation.
Diversity, equity, and inclusion.
Yes. DEI, diversity, equity, and inclusion. MAGA World blamed this scourge for everything from the fires in California to the attack on Bourbon Street to inflation to the Baltimore Bridge collapse to why your children are confused about the race of mermaids.
We'll be coming in 30 seconds.
Because mermaids, boys and girls, are gingers. They've always been. The latest example being the plane crash in Washington. It was the DEIist. But don't take my word for it. Let's let MTV's Road Rules star and Fox and Friends B-teamer explain DEI.
You can't focus on diversity, equity, and inclusion when you try to hire air traffic controllers. You want the best. You want the brightest, protecting yourself and your family.
We will have the best and brightest in every position possible. It is colorblind and merit-based.
Look, there's a lot of reasons why the FAA is in a bad country, but these guys would have you believe that the main problem is that standards were somehow lowered to make sure that a black person or a gay person gets a chance to land your plane, even though the requirements to become an air traffic controller are the same. But by culture warring this tragedy, Americans spent that terrible night holding their breath that the pilot or the air traffic controller wouldn't be a woman or a black person or in a wheelchair. Because what they're trying to do is make the default setting on confidence in America a white guy. That's what this is, a reset to the factory default. Because of course, these two are guaranteed based on merit.
This is real firepower!
The current score is 3, 2, 3. Time to switch things up.
Every black person of color, woman in this country, that the job that they have, they don't deserve.
Be wary. No timeline.
It's the mantra in the Republican Party that gives you brain-turning moments like this.
In
the United States of America, we get ahead and succeed by merit and merit alone.
Yes, merit and merit alone, says RNC chairwoman Lara. Hold on, let me get my glasses. Trump. It was a blind submission. Never saw her name on the application.
Shut up!
That's the irony of this whole thing. The people standing next to Trump on that terrible night, blaming DEI and trying to reinstall white guys as the only non-suspect pool of hires are themselves DEI hires. For one particular identity that they possess, the ass kisser.
The president's leadership has been remarkable during this crisis. Mr. President, you make our jobs a lot easier. I want to echo what the Transportation Secretary said about your leadership. Thank you for your leadership and courage on that, sir. I think you make a really important point on that, Mr. President. The president is right. And again, I want to thank you for your leadership, Mr. President.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All you need to do is capture the mission area. Got it?
Sucking ego inflation. obviously accused of sucking as a condom. But you can gaslight us all you want.
I'm trying to help.
Because the one thing you didn't count on is our security.
The roots of democracy are deep. People are aroused. I haven't seen people so aroused in a very, very long time in terms of trying to get this done.
Armed and dangerous!
For more on DEI and what it's going to do to our country, let's go live to the White House correspondent Josh Johnson. Josh!
Only 60 seconds left.
Josh, what are you hearing about the DEI?
John, what this administration is doing is dangerous. It is the perversion, the dream, money the future. It turned it into a nightmare where the content of a person's character is judged by the color
of their skin.
2, 3.
From the White House, I'm Desi Lydic.
Wait, what's going on?
I'm sorry, Desi, this is Josh.
Oh, you guys didn't get the executive order? We can't do DEI anymore.
You're replacing me, but you're a woman.
Yeah, a white woman.
White woman beats black guy?
Look, white women don't make the rules. We just tacitly embrace them for our overwhelming support of Donald Trump as a voting bloc.
We should be on the same side, okay? White women, black men, both held down by the white man.
Yes, but the white man is my husband, and sometimes he lets me have rights as a treat, and I love my little treats.
I'm sorry, Desi, but what about the executive orders changes our current situation?
Well, the fact is that DEI is over, John, which means only the most competent people will hoist it with my own petard.
That's right. It's totally petarded, which is something we can say now thanks to Trump. And thank you, Desi, but I'll take it from here. You can go back to the milking room or wherever women lay eggs.
No, this is bullshit. I stole this job from Josh on merit.
Isn't this the problem, guys? Trump's reducing us to rungs on a racial and gender hierarchy. We shouldn't be ranking our identities.
Exactly. But if we did, I should outrank Desi. I mean, back me up here, Costa. At the end of the day, we both got hogs.
No. It goes race, then gender, then height, and then the tiebreaker is a list of establishments your father owns.
Listen up, petards. All right, I don't see sex or color, okay? I just see SAT scores. And I don't mean to brag, but the kid my parents paid to take the SATs for me knocked it out of the park.
Oh, I'm sorry. Are we talking SAT scores?
No.
Really?
No. We're not talking your SAT scores.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Because it's all about merit and high test scores until it looks like this. And then suddenly we gotta defend the white boys like it's a rape case at Kappa Sigma Phi.
That was settled out of court.
Yeah, it's all meritocracy until we get those H-1Bs and take your coding jobs. And it's not fair. Yeah.
Does black beat Asian?
No. Your days are numbered, Costa. Chang out.
Back to you, John.
Thank you very much, Michael. You know, I guess if there's one thing that we've learned here today, is it because of the Jewish thing or the age thing?
Does it matter?
I guess so. Welcome to the Daily Show. How are you? My name is Jon Stewart. Thank you. as you can see, I am fully healed. Oh, you see, this is what caused all the commotion. They glued it back together. Where is it? They glued it back together. Boom, that's all. That's it. That's what nearly brought an old man down.